Do you think you need to have this relationship with yourself in terms of self-love before you can have that with others?
Well, I was just teaching on Tuesday psychoanalysts, and they come from a tradition where the more you love yourself, the more they call it libido, goes more energy you put in yourself, the less you have for other people. And that was the way Freud thought of it. So you have to, instead of paying attention to yourself, you have to pay attention to the other. And we've learned, I mean, that was a sort of 19th century, that was an old idea. We've learned that it doesn't work that way. The more you really attend to yourself, the more you have for another person. And right, you're smiling and agreeing with that.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of struggle. Recently, I heard this podcast of this guy talking about how when you do a Google search, when people are typing things in, this topic of self-love comes up more frequently than not in our generation.
Yeah.
It's like finding ways, how do we actually self-accept and self-understand and have self-compassion. It's been I think it's a challenging journey for many of us. So I don't know if you have any wisdom that you would want to share around that.
There's a beautiful poem about that. I'll send you the poem and you can put it in this conversation. Okay. About the poem is about a time will come when you'll meet yourself at your own door and you'll welcome yourself. Have wine, have bread, and it ends with feast on your own life. And it's such a beautiful poem about really embracing yourself and getting to know yourself and appreciate yourself. There's a direct relationship to how you treat yourself, your inner self, and how you understand other people. And that's where focusing comes in. And some of the people that look at the video that we're making, look at our conversations or the blog, might not know about focusing. So I'll say
yes.
a little bit about that. Focusing is a way of turning your attention to your inner self, what Jean calls the one in there, and listening to that self and being expectant and welcoming to that self, even if that self is saying something that you don't like. Maybe that self is depressed or hopeless or very, very angry or stuck in something. That rather than trying to turn that self off or get rid of those feelings, focusing is being interested. Like, what are they trying to get at? What are they really saying? And from Jen Lynn's point of view, we aren't separate things. We are always in a state of becoming. That's what we are, is this becoming. So we're listening to that inner becoming and seeing what it wants to say. And Jen Lynn made steps to that people can find if you look up focusing or videos, or they watch you on video doing focusing. But focusing is a practice of self-love, in a sense. It's a way of communicating with yourself in an open, interested, receptive way. So you have to be receptive in order to hear what your inner self is trying to get at, And when you do that, it carries forward, it leads to something, it opens up.